Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Goff now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To the air, Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Allen now looks to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
In motion goes Patrick. To throw is Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Coleman, the man in motion left. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Allen. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now is Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman from 19 yards away. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Goff. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Coleman, the man in motion right. Here's Allen to throw it. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Completes it right side to Cooper.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. third down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it?
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
In motion goes Patrick.
Goff now looking to throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Again, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now it's Goff. He's got it to Williams. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They juked him, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Montgomery.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Goff. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they can't bring him down.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Zadarius Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, that'll be complete to Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Coleman, the man in motion right. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
Here's Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a run with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This is 2nd and 8.
To throw is Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Bates' kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills' offense back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
There he goes, Amari Cooper.
Down to the 10.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 74 yards.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And his pass incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff now looks to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Williams, a man in motion right. Goff now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Now Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. This to Laporta, right side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Bates' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Allen. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Allen going to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break here. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Allen to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
To the air, Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, it's Allen. This is Coleman with a grab. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And again, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And escapes the set. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's into the clear. into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Goff looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. After the interception, here's Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's across midfield, and he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Allen completes it to Coleman. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Shakir hauls it in.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Here's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, you can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. They had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bills getting set to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, Plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Allen going to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down and 8. In motion goes Patrick.
Goff.
A quick throw there is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
In motion, the tight end. Montgomery on the counter.
A nice little juke. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. In motion goes the tight end. Goff now looks to throw.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And here come the Bills.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Motion man is Shakir.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here come the Lions now.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. Montgomery back to the ground.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's 1st down.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages.
Bates' kick is good.
And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Allen and the Bills now down by a field goal, 1:04 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Allen. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now Allen.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week, offense still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.